Welcome back to Overline Podcast. I am Gray here with my co-host
Bear,
and
Charles
Chucky,
Entertainment Cheese. Oh wait, no, it's Chucky.
Charles E. Ray. Charlie. This terrifies Kelly and Grayson, and I love it. So
No.
this is me overcoming my childhood fears because he fucking terrified me. But yeah, life-size Chucky doll, awesome. Kelly was mad. I spent $90 on it. Like, I don't care. Like, he came in the cool yellow box. Like, she's
Yeah.
like, "You serious? You're gonna have that?" I'm like, "Yes." I overcame my childhood fear. I was terrified of Chucky.
My my cousin would when she would watch us when we were younger, probably 6 or 7, she would always turn on Nightmare on Elm Street like a bitch. So I was always I still can barely watch a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Fuck Freddy Krueger. That shit's real. That shit in your dreams.
That
That's
shit's real.
a doll? Yeah, that thing ain't coming to life. I'm not worried, but your dreams? Yeah, I get you. So that was mine. I still have a little bit of fear of old Freddy until I saw Freddy versus Jason, and I was like, God, this could be the worst movie of all time.
Maybe. Never know. Um, there are some bad. Kelly and I watched a movie. We went to the
Jason
Bellamere on.
Jason goes to Jason Goes to Space was pretty bad too.
Yeah. Uh, Kelly and I went to the Bellamere on Thursday, and we watched a couple things. We watched Players, which was good. I like that. Gina Rodriguez and Tom Ellis, really good movie. We watched Worth, so it's a slow play, and Worth is I didn't even know it existed. So it's about the 9/11 fund
Huh.
and Ken Feinberg, who led up the commission, who was a senator, uh, played by Michael Keaton. That's what drew me to it. It was Michael Keaton because that dude can play anything. And I'm like, and that's a guy we forget about that, like, dude can literally play anything. And he does amazing at it. I'm like, and when we're watching, I'm like, damn, he's playing Ken Feinberg really well. And I was like, and this is the same guy that's fucking Beetlejuice. Like, and I
Hmm.
look at it, like, and he
And
was
Batman.
making
Yeah.
and Batman, but he made all three at the same time. Like, because he was Batman again, he was Beetlejuice again, and then obviously Worth. And I'm like, damn, he's awesome. And it was good. It was a slow burn. Like you gotta, it's gotta be you have to be interested in it, the
Hmm.
9/11 fund and everything else to enjoy it. Um, and then we watched a movie called How It Ends, and Kelly picked it, and it was fucking awful. And so I'm gonna save everybody time. It's about you're like, oh, cool, Lawrence Fishburne, like this might be all right. Or not Lawrence Fishburne, fucking idiot. Um, God, who? Let me think of his. Not Lawrence Fish. Why did I think Lawrence Fishburne? I watched something else with him. Forrest Whitaker and Theo James. He was all right. And then Cat Graham. So basically Forrest Whitaker, and he plays the dad. And I'm like, cool. He does well in this part, and Theo James did pretty well. But I'm like, all right, it starts out good. There's something catastrophic events happening, and then it's a weather event out in California. That's where he's from, but he's visiting in Chicago with her parents, and the dad's ex-military, all this tough shit, and then he's going to get on a plane to fly back, and something happens out there, can't communicate with anybody, so he goes back to the in-laws, and they're driving out to California from Chicago.
Hmm.
So I'm like, all right, and they run into roadblocks and people trying to stop them for shit and everything, and they're doing all this, and you got to siphon gas, steal gas, do all that because no power, nothing. And I'm like, it took 6 fucking days to get out there, and I'm like, okay, no. And then and you're never gonna watch it, so I can ruin it. I'm gonna ruin it for everybody. So spoiler alert. They're going, and the dad like breaks his ribs somehow, and then later on he fucking just dies. And then so for whatever reason, the car breaks down, which I get, but he covers Forrest Whitaker's father-in-law or future father-in-law and burns the car with him in it. I'm like, what's the fucking
Interesting.
point? What's the
Yeah.
point here? And then they go on. He ends up killing a guy where his wife was because he was weird and whatever fucking reason. And they get there and they're leaving, and all this weather shit's happening. The mountains are falling down, and they're driving away, and it just ends. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I open up Rotten Tomatoes, which I usually don't care about, and I think it had like a 16. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck, Kelly? Like, this was awful.
Yeah. See though, Rotten Tomatoes to me,
I usually don't pay attention to
I
it.
don't pay attention to it. I can't.
No, I don't. I agree with you. But I usually look at the audience score, and because they're a true tell of, what it's going to be. usually, because you're looking at 100,000 people that have watched it that are fans versus critics that are looking for particular shit. So the 17 out of 18 reviews and then 17 out of 1,000 audience. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, why did we watch this? When the audience says it's dog shit, it's dog shit.
Right. Right.
I was
Yeah.
so mad.
Yeah. Audience 100%.
Yeah. And but there's so many different things going on. Like I don't think you haven't started Peacemaker yet, right?
No, not yet.
Just getting better and better and better. Like so
Good.
fucking good. Like now Michael Rooker's in it as Red Saint Wild and Eagle Hunter, which is just fucking perfect. Like the comedic timing, everything is good. Cena is just fantastic. Like I believe, like I forget honestly, him playing that role, I forget that Cena's a wrestler. Like I forget that he's in WWE and the greatest of all time. I forget that
Hmm.
because he plays it so well. I'm like, oh yeah, this is John Cena. Like I forget that he's the guy in WWE or has been the guy in WWE. So just a fun, 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 fun show. And I'll keep pressing it. And I know you're gonna eventually get to it.
I will watch it. Yes, it will happen.
Just make sure if you watch it with the missus, there's quite a bit of nudity. And like I think episode one, he's railing a chick he met at a bar. In season two, there's an orgy. Like
Jesus.
mhm. A lot of shit going on, a lot of drugs, swearing, everything. But dude, it's so fucking good. Like like Cena is the guy. And if you watch the most recent Suicide Squad, not the original where he is Peacemaker, I don't know if you saw that.
Mm.
Um, but you don't have to because it does a recap of that movie and what happened and why he is where he is. So you don't even have to watch the movie. And again, it's great. I love it. And I know in a few weeks, um, Tulsa King comes back out, which is another show that I'm big
Okay.
on with Stallone.
Why? Yep.
Yep, and he does fucking awesome. I forget that dude's almost 80 as well. Like just just crazy. And um, we're there's a few shows I'll watch religiously, and those are two right now that I watch as they come out. Because I'm that invested into Tulsa King because Sly's good. Like he's playing a TV character. I'm like, I'll check it out. And then I got hooked into it in the first couple episodes, and I'm like, all right, I'm in. Like I'm definitely in. I'm all in. I can believe him as a fucking mobster. Like I can absolutely believe Sly as a mobster.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. What the?
Oh
I
man.
just got I just got offered in a dynasty league. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up. This just came through.
All
I was
right.
just reading it.
Breaking news.
Dude offered me Kyler Murray and Mark Andrews and his first round rookie pick for next year for George Pickens, Brandon Aubrey, and my second round pick for next year. What the fuck is that? Why would I want? And these, by the
Mediocre
way, I
quarterback.
have
Don't you
this
have
is
two good you have Bo Nix and somebody else, don't you?
oh no, this is another dynasty league.
Oh,
Different.
okay.
This is a dynasty league I took over from someone who had a shit team, and I'm starting to rebuild them. So I had no QBs, but now I got Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, and Justin Fields. So I don't need
Oh,
Kyle.
you're fine.
And my tight ends, I have Chig Okonkwo from Tennessee and Bretton Strange,
Yep.
Jacksonville, and Andrews is
Yep.
ass. That dude dropped a wide open touchdown. He ever since he dropped that ball to the Bills, his career it's gone downhill.
It's dog shit.
Yeah. And the dude has CD. So he would be getting CD and Pickens. It's just weird. And I'm definitely not giving up Aubrey. I mean, Brandon Aubrey could be the MVP this year. Let's just throw that out there. I might
Yeah.
throw I might throw $5 on him being MVP this year. Would never,
Oh, hey,
but
breaking news. We're gonna have to get some Columbus Blue Jackets jerseys. The goalie, I don't think he's a starter for Columbus, but Sergey Bubtitsky.
Boob Titsky.
And
Nice.
then there's a meme there that it's South Park and it says, I've met his friend, Biggest Dickus.
Boob Titsky. I love it. That is fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
Is his number 69? Because if it is, I would
Oh
100% get
God.
the jersey.
72. Damn it. Three
Ah,
away.
so close. So
We
close.
almost had it. We almost
Declining,
had it.
declining that trade.
Yep. Decline.
Jeez.
Um, so
Here it is.
we can get right into
Yeah.
to Nat. Well, we got to thank some people. Shit. Thanks to Wes Anderson, Moments in Time, and Mind Quarantine. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on X and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Mention Overline Podcast and Brandon. We'll get up with that deal. Thanks to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not.
The entire state of New Hampshire.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you to Sparty Steve. Great key merch. Paper Denim Art, which I got a couple more pieces I bought from her. Looking forward to it. One's Maryland. It's beautiful, beautiful frame. Looking forward to that. And then another one that's like an eye, and it just reminded me of a few things. I'm like, perfect. I want that too. So thank you, Danny. Paper Denim Art. She'll be at the something downtown this weekend in Toledo, a festival. It's like a 3-day art fest. She will be there.
Nice.
So if you're in the Toledo area, go check her out this week. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She'll be down there. She's going to be posting up some of her stuff at Paper Denim Art on Facebook later this week. So go check her out. And then last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, make sure you get over to datingtransformation.com and get that free consultation from Connell when you mention Over the Line Podcast. And in the meantime, get to amazon.com and buy Connell's book, Dating Sucks. But you don't. Over to NASCAR. As you were saying before we had to get with our lovely sponsors, the Bass Pro Shop night race at Bristol was kind of ass. Kind of ass for everyone except our fucking leader. Old Parrot
All right.
takes the winner. My winner streak was broken. I needed Christopher Bell, who Parrott took. We took Kyle Larson. He sucked. Denny Hamlin sucked. Chase Elliott sucked. All these people sucked. Tigers hit a home run. That sucked. Um, but yeah, good race though. Honestly, there's a lot of I wouldn't say no names, but a lot of non-playoff drivers up there. Bowman tried super hard. He almost got that last
Mhm.
spot, which originally would have knocked Chase out, but then at the end, because Cindric's car caught on fire late. A couple cars caught on fire. Josh Berry, poor guy, finished last in every playoff race. Dead last
Fuck.
in every playoff race.
Where'd you
Poor
finish? Oh, dead last? Oh, yeah.
dead.
That's why I was too busy winning.
He's too busy winning. I'm sure watch he'll win in New Hampshire since it doesn't matter for the poor guy now, since he's out. But yeah,
Yep.
too bad. So yeah, he's out there. But yeah, Parrott gets the W. Huge for Parrott. We were catching him, and then he gets a one, and all of us are in the 30s. Larson destroyed it for us 32, 32, 32. Chase Elliott for Dub and Cody, who don't pick for a 38. Not great.
Yeah,
So the
he's
first
67 points ahead of the next place guy, Jeremy.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but we'll see. We'll see what Parrott can do over the next 7 races. Our first 3 are done. So the first 4 were eliminated from the playoffs. Josh Berry, Alex Bowman, SVG, unfortunately, and Austin Dillon. So now, round of 12, reseeded. Denny first, William Byron second, Larson third, Bell fourth, Blaney fifth, Briscoe sixth, Chase seventh, Bubba eighth. Cut line, Cindric 1 point back, Logano 2, Chastain 2, and Tyler Reddick 3 points back. Going to New Hampshire this week, the Mobile won 301 at New Hampshire or New Hampshire, however people say it. I'm sure we'll get Parrott's pick at some point. Jeremy is going with Christopher Bell. I also am going with Christopher Bell. Gray is going with Christopher Bell.
Christopher Bell.
This worked out terribly for us last week. Let's see how it works out for us this week. Hopefully a lot better. Bell, has won in New Hampshire a couple times, so I think it's a good pick for us. And we have to zig when Parrott zags. Well, guess what? He can't take Bell, so I'm sure he'll take whoever else is going to win this week, and I'll probably bet on him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Bell, he's got 3 top 5s in the last 4 races and won 2 of them. Average finish of 8. And here's a fun fact. In the last 4 races, based on, they had to erase one minimum race. You know who has the best average finish here?
who's
Raced
that?
one time, Josh
Hmm,
Berry.
there we go. Look at
He
that.
finished third.
Okay, so Barry, again, he does do well on the short tracks, and Barry was running fine. His car just caught on fire. The brakes caught on fire. It's a car problem. It's not a Josh Berry problem. It was a car
Yep.
problem. So yeah, thank God he was okay because there was a lot of smoke inhalation. It looked bad. It looked like he was going to pass out when they pulled him out of the car. So yeah, thankfully he's okay. But yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm sure that's who Parrott will pick this week. Will be Josh Berry. But we will see. We will see how it goes in New Hampshire this week. We still got another week until the Ryder Cup, so we'll break that down next week on the podcast at Bethpage. But I know that I think the European team is there and practicing right now. I'm sure the American team will be there. But Scotty did win the Pro Core. Dude is just absolutely in fuego, dude. Yeah, ends up winning the Pro Core as a warm up to the Ryder Cup. Ben Griffin was up there, which he's on the team. Sammy Burns was middle of the pack. So a lot of the guys were who were playing in the Ryder Cup were playing there and finished decent. So good for the Americans there. Good for the Americans. Over to college. Last week, we all go 7-5 except Gray. Go 6-6. So updated college standings. Myself at 23 and 14, Gray at 21 and 16, Jeremy at 20 and 17, Parrott at 25 and 12. Ohio barely covered against Ohio State. Villanova covered on literally the last play against Penn State as time expired. Hilarious. LSU beat Florida by 10, but really smoked them. It wasn't even much of a game. Northwestern covered against Oregon. Only Jeremy got that right. South Florida got destroyed by Miami. Tennessee covered but lost to Georgia in a crazy fun game. Georgia ends up winning in overtime by 3. Texas looked like ass. Parrott's the only one that got UTEP. Arch looks like ass. That's rough. None of us got Notre Dame. They got beat by Texas A&M at home on kind of a shitty call. Probably should have been holding on that fourth down. They didn't get it. Texas A&M scores, wins the game. Illinois blanks Western Michigan and covers. Michigan destroyed Central Michigan. UT destroyed Morgan State. I was the only one on them. BGSU beat Liberty outright as a 6.5 point dog. Jeremy was the only one that picked Liberty. The rest of us are smart. And Michigan State beat Youngstown State, but they covered 50. I think the line ended up being like 38 on that. So I still don't think they covered that, but we got some decent points there. This week, got a lot of the top 10 on buys this week. So number one, Ohio State on a buy. Number two, Penn State on a buy. So we start with number three, LSU. No line on it. So they are a 50-point favorite at home against Southeastern Louisiana. Uh, Beginning of the year, I thought their offense was gonna be phenomenal and their defense is gonna be ass, but man, their defense is really good. Southeastern Louisiana has played two good games and some put up some points. I'm sorry, three games. The first few weeks of college football, they did get blanked by Louisiana Tech, but LSU only beat Louisiana Tech by 15. So 50 is a lot. I don't know if LSU is going to put that up. I think they're going to stop. So I think LSU wins this like 45 to nothing. So I'm going to take Southeast Louisiana to cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Southeast Louisiana.
And Jeremy also has Southeast Louisiana. Number four, Miami is a 3-point favorite at home against Florida. Jeremy has DQ.
Yeah, dude, no doubt here. Give me Miami. Miami blew the doors off of South Florida, and we all had South Florida. All took the L on that one, so I'm taking you.
Yeah, three is, I think that's an odd number. Like, Florida just got manhandled by LSU at LSU. Now they're going to Miami, who has looked really good to start the year. And the Miami's only a 3-point favorite. I don't know. I don't get it. Vegas knows something, but something's fishy. I think they're on the wrong side of that. So give me Miami as well. Easy cover. Win by 15. Number five, Georgia on a bye. So we get a number six, Oregon, 35.5 point favorite at home against Oregon State, which I think is the Civil War rivalry, if I'm not mistaken. Oregon State is bad. They're a bad, bad football team. Oregon's going to blow them out, especially after not covering against Northwestern.
And wasn't it what, a half a point we missed it by? I think they
Um,
won by 27.
Northwestern scored late. I think they
Oh
won by
yeah,
like
they scored late,
23.
so it was
Yeah,
20.
23 or 20. But
Yeah,
we missed the over by half a point. They was 48 and I had 48 and a half. That's
thank
rough.
God we didn't bet that. Um, well, yeah, same. Going Oregon. I think they're just gonna blow the doors off Oregon State. They're not good.
Yeah, they are not. And back at home is where they're comfortable. Number
And
seven,
they're gonna get there, and then we're gonna have a good matchup here the next week,
yep, Penn
Oregon
State.
Penn State.
Yeah, it'll be a really good matchup. Jeremy also has Oregon as well to cover. Number seven, Florida State is a 44.5 point favorite at home versus Kent State. Jeremy is taking Kent State.
Yeah, no, Florida State all the way.
Yeah, I'm with you here. Florida State has looked really good and they beat that's not like Florida State. Oh, they're beating the shit out of the bad teams. And Kent State is a bad team. They are the worst team in the MAC. I think Florida State, they're gonna roll. They are gonna roll. Whatever the over is, which is probably like 59 and a half, I bet Florida State puts up 60. Would not
Well,
be. Number eight, Texas is a 41.5 point favorite at home versus Sam Houston. I've learned my lesson now, right? I've seen the trend. Texas hasn't covered fucking shit. Guess what? I'm gonna start taking the other teams if they can't do it. So give me Sam Houston here. I'm not taking Texas with that many. They can't even score that many points. Their offense is inept. Arch Manning's getting booed by their own out of the building. So give me Sam Houston to cover.
right. And Arch doesn't look that great, so give me Sam Houston. Texas probably wins like 30 fucking 34 to 7,
Yeah.
you
So
know.
38-7, something like that. Yeah, it's a big number. This line surprised me as well. So we have,
Yeah,
and I'm
same.
sorry, Jeremy also took Sam Houston. Sorry. Number nine, Illinois is a 3.5 point dog at number 19, Indiana. Jeremy has Illinois in the points.
Yeah, like I to your point and what we were kind of talking about, I don't understand this. Now, granted, Indiana, we don't know how good Indiana is, but they played what, Old Dominion, they won by a couple scores. Beat the shit out of Kennesaw State. I could beat them. You and I could beat them together.
Yeah.
Indiana State, hasn't been good since Larry Bird, and they got fucking rolled. And but Illinois has been playing some good football too. So we don't know really what we're getting here. We got two 3-0 teams, and it's going to be like, all right, well, I I don't know, but I think Illinois, obviously, they know something that Vegas or everybody else knows something that we don't in terms of Illinois ranked ninth already. And it's like, well, what the fuck? Why is this line? Why are they plus 3.5? I feel like it's a, now you and I have said this before. They know something that we don't, but like, it's kind of like, I kind of want to parlay Miami -3 and Illinois plus 3.5 and parlay it or take Illinois money line. Like, I don't know because they beat what? Western Michigan, Western Illinois, and Duke. So again, we don't know.
Yeah.
They're finally going to play each other, and we'll see what they do. But I'm going to sit here and ride with Illinois because I have no idea.
Yeah, I agree. And the whole Vegas knows something here. I mean, I'm sure if this was at Illinois, it would be 3.5 the other way, is probably their thought process.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at both teams, Illinois has played the tougher competition. All right, Arias just hit a homer. There we go. Illinois has played the tougher competition, and they, against three quarters with Duke, they were up the whole game and then blew them out in the fourth quarter. Indiana has played nobody. I mean, nobody. Old Dominion did beat Virginia Tech, but Virginia Tech is god awful bad. It's not your father's Virginia Tech. God awful bad. So that doesn't, I mean, maybe they're looking at that. I don't know, but I just don't get this. I haven't seen anything from Indiana to say, oh yeah, they're worthy of 3.5. I think Vegas should have made it 2.5 and baited people in if it truly is going to be that kind of game. I think 3.5 with the better team here is almost like stealing. I feel like it's stealing here. Vegas, but again, that's Vegas, right? They know more than we do. Regardless of saying all that, I'm going Illinois here. I think they do win outright, and I love it. Yeah, I think Illinois money line, Miami money line, those two, because that'll be a tighter one, and maybe another one down the line here that we'll see. Number 10, Texas A&M is on a bye after a big win against Notre Dame. A well-deserved bye for Texas A&M. So we go to the Toledo Rockets, who put up 46 points. I'm sorry, 43 points in the second quarter against Morgan State, which is a school record in one quarter, by the way. Um, so they are going on the road in MAC play at Western Michigan. And Western Michigan might be the second worst team in the MAC. They stink. Toledo gonna roll, baby.
Yep, Rockets. Rockets.
And Jeremy is also on the Rockets. So we go to the other team in the MAC, who's surprising. I think they're doing well. Not a BG fan, but I'm rooting for them this year because of Eddie George. There is one game I won't root for them, but I'm rooting for BG. They are 26 and a half point dogs at Louisville. So listen to this. BG has played two home games, two away games. I'm sorry, three?
Two home, one away.
No, two away because they're at Cincy and now they're at Louisville
They
and they
played home against Lafayette and Liberty.
Lafayette and then home against.
They've
uh,
only played 3 games.
Okay, it is only three.
Yep.
Okay. So it's just funny because you get Louisville and then Cincinnati, like same area, right? So- and they're at both of those, which I think is great. BG fans, I think this is just great for them. They get to travel to these games, right? Going to Cincinnati, easy for BG, 2.5 hours. Louisville, 3 hours. So great for them. Hopefully there's a good turnout there. Jeremy took Louisville. It's a lot of points there. Where are you going?
So, here's the thing. If Drew Pine can do his fucking job, as he was told once before, I think they're within 26 and a half. Like he looked like dog shit against Liberty. I'll tell you that. I was at the game. He looked like shit. And he was what, 16 for 31, 170 some yards. Liberty played some good D, but he looked great against Cincy. He fucking lit him up. But they lost, but that's all he needs. If they can put 20 points on a board, 28 points on a board. I don't think Louisville's scoring 54. That defense looked pretty good for BG
Hmm.
as well. When I was there, I was like, damn, they're getting pressure. They're looking great. And, I was shocked, at the game. I was like, fuck, it's 10-0 at the half. This game's boring as fuck. And we left in the beginning of the fourth. And then BG, of course, there was three more scores in the fourth quarter after we left.
They're just
But
waiting for you to leave.
yeah, they waited for us to leave. So I'm gonna go BG here.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. I think they can keep this close. I think Louisville is similar to Cincinnati. I think very similar teams. And I think BG can hang with Louisville for a little bit. They hung with Cincinnati and they covered. I think they can hang with Louisville and cover. They're not going to win, but I think they lose by 3 touchdowns, lose by 21.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, BG, give me them points. We have number 21, Michigan, a 2.5 point favorite at Nebraska. So this was the other one. Obviously, Underwood looked great last week. It was Central Michigan. They still do not have Sharon Moore for this, and it's Big Ten play, right? And Nebraska, yep, they did get beat by Cincinnati week one. Shouldn't have, or wait, no, I'm sorry. They won week
They
one against
won,
Cincinnati.
but
They
yeah, they
didn't
won by
cover.
3.
They didn't fucking cover. That's what it was.
Yeah.
My bad. And they've rolled to lesser opponents. Michigan obviously got beat by Oklahoma, and they beat lesser opponents. At home, Bryce Underwood looks like a superstar. At Oklahoma, he looked like shit. Guess what? It's not easy to play at Nebraska. So I'm going to go with Nebraska here. I think they beat Michigan straight up. And, it's just that learning curve for Bryce. But if they let him run like they did, I think Michigan's got a great chance to beat Nebraska in Nebraska. But give me the points. I like, parlay this week Nebraska money line, Illinois money line, Miami money line.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nebraska here too. Um, I like the points and everything you said about Bryce.
Yeah,
Period.
we just got to see. And if he performs on the road here, their next road games they have, I'm taking Michigan. But we didn't see it yet. We've seen him perform at home. We haven't seen him perform on the road, and it's going to be loud there. And the last game to pick this week, Sparty Gray will be sound asleep by at
No, I'll
least
be I'll be
lunchtime.
no, I'll be driving back from
Okay.
Michigan actually.
Okay. Maybe you'll be listening on the radio or watching on the phone
Oh,
or something
fucking
like that.
listen, I'm a passenger princess. I'll be watching.
There we go. Passenger Princess. I love it. Michigan State is a 17.5 point dog at number 25 USC. Jeremy has Michigan State covering.
Yeah, I'm fuck USC. Michigan State and they might get their shit kicked in, but they don't do well. They didn't do well last year when they traveled out west, and got beat. a couple games out there, but I think 17 and a half is a lot of points. Granted, USC's put up some points this year, but they haven't really played
They
anybody
did
either.
not look good they did not look good coming and playing at Purdue. Now, granted, they did
No,
have to come east. They did not look great. They didn't cover and they hit the under, which everyone thought USC has the best offense right now in college football, but it did not go that way against Purdue.
no, and I agree with you. And um, Jaden, he was, threw for 280, but just if you can stop a little bit of that, stop the run, be all right. You just got to keep it within 17. So I think USC wins by 13.
Yeah, I'm also on Sparty. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think. I know Sparty's probably another year away from possibly being in the top tier of the Big Ten, but the way Aiden Childs is playing, USC tends to flop once they get that ranking next to their name for whatever reason. I think Sparty, I don't think they win. Dude, I think though USC game-winning field goal. I think it's gonna be close. Tight,
Mhm.
tight. So Sparty just barely loses a heartbreaker, but they learn from it. So yeah, I'll take the points here. Faux
I'm just
shizzle.
happy we scored 42 fucking weeks in a row.
Well, if you do it again this week, you're definitely covering. Ain't no doubt about that. Ain't
Unless
no
it's fucking 70 to 40,
doubt. Oh,
60 to
that
40.
that would be brutal. All right, off to the NFL. Last week, Packers beat the Commanders. I'm the only dumbass who took the Commanders. Bengals beat the Jags. I'm the only dumbass that took the Jags. Cowboys beat the Giants in a wild ass game. Brandon Aubrey is
That
the
was the game of the
MVP,
week.
the GOAT. They're just insane. Dallas, worst defense in the NFL, hands down. Brandon Aubrey, best kicker in NFL history, also hands down. The Giants still stink. Only Russell Wilson could throw for 455, had the best game of his career, and still managed to lose the game. Only
My
Russell.
favorite, my favorite though is if you listen to this podcast, Bear called that to a fucking T. And
You
Dallas
know,
shouldn't have won that game.
yeah, so really quick, which I ended up screenshotting and sending to Gray. Yeah, on Sunday, as the Giants get the ball, as Dallas goes up, Cody, he's texted me because he needed the Cowboys money line to finish a
And
parlay.
by the way, this is cousin Cody, not Cody Bryant.
Yeah, sorry, not on the podcast, Cody. My cousin, and he's like, "What are you? What is the chance Dallas stops him here?" And I said, the chance I would rather take another buddy of ours, Jared, who is a terrible golfer, shooting under 100 from the tips at Augusta, and no more than four
Right.
plays later, Dallas gives up a touchdown to was it Neighbors or Robinson? I can't remember which.
Neighbors.
Neighbors, because they just kept going back and forth, scoring long touchdowns. No, no more longer they do that. And I said, told you. And then right after that, I said, watch Aubrey come down and hit a 65-yarder to tie it. Bang, bang, go 2 for 2. And then Cody texts me back and he goes, Wilson's blowing this game. I know it. And then he throws the interception to Donovan Wilson. They get the ball. Dak has a fantastic run of it was like a 20-yard run to get Aubrey to, I mean, because he was right there for another, 60-yarder to win it or a tie. And he had a great 20-yard run to get him a 46-yarder, which of course Aubrey nailed. Long story short, only Parrott's dumbass had the Giants. Go Cowboys. Um, Sorry, I need to go back to the Bengals. Joe Burrow got hurt, having turf toe surgery, out 3 months. Brutal for a Bengals fan and anyone that would have picked the Bengals to win the Super Bowl this year. Uh,
Uh,
Lions absolutely crushed the Bears. Rams beat the Titans. Patriots beat the Dolphins. Dolphins worst team in the NFL. 49ers beat the Saints with Mac Jones. Bills crushed the Jets. Steelers lose to the Sea Chickens. Ravens crushed the Browns. Broncos get cheated against the Colts. Cardinals beat the Panthers, which the refs tried to keep the Panthers to win that game. That was a brutal finish too. It was like penalty, 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 penalty. It was awful. Eagles beat the Chiefs. Falcons beat the Vikings. Yay, I got one right. Bucks beat the Texans on pretty much the last play of the game. Baker just got that clutch gene. Wish Jeremy was here right now so we could talk about it.
Hold on. While you mentioned Baker, I do have a fun fact here that I'm reading. I wish Jeremy was here so I could tell him, but hopefully he listens to the show and he'll see this. Baker Mayfield has the most passing touchdowns in the entire NFL since joining the Bucks. He has the most passing touchdowns in the fourth quarter since joining the Bucks. Baker Mayfield has 12 fourth quarter comebacks in his career. He's an absolute beast.
Hmm. Dude, just he's got that clutch gene. And then the Chargers blew out the Raiders. Well, I mean, it was 20-9, but God, the Raiders looked so bad for the quarter and a half I watched before I passed out.
Oh, my favorite thing in my other league, my work league, I needed McCarthy and Genty to have 9 points together. They had 8
Oh,
together.
brutal. Be
Fucking
brutal.
terrible.
So for the second week in a row, Gray leads the pack at 14-2. For the second week in a row, I go 12-4, and Jeremy and Parrott go 11-5. Updated standings: Gray at 28-4, myself at 24-8, Jeremy and Parrott both at 23-9. The podcast is also 28-4, leading the way over Montes T. Baggins and Wilson, both at 27-5. I'm sorry, Barrington Cub, not myself. Who would that
Wonder
be?
what the fuck was the difference that I took between that
I
and
mean,
here?
I did it from the Packers. I knew what I did though.
I
Um,
don't know what the hell I did.
Yeah, 25-7. Cardiac Cats 24-8. Uno Hefe 23-8. Ari Smith 23-9. ESPN 22-10. Mac Attack 20-12. And then some others down the list there. So going to week number 3 already. Thursday night football. Dolphins at Bills. Ah, come on. Come on. We know where we're
Yeah,
going.
fucking A. Bills.
Buffalo. Packers at Browns. I think it's another going
Yeah,
across the
give me
board.
the Browns here. Yeah, Shador is gonna throw for 9 touchdowns. No, fuck it. The fucking Packers. And here was a fun thing I saw Schefter posted. The Ravens were planning to draft Shador in the fifth round with the 141st pick. But before the Ravens could turn in the card, the former Colorado star let it be known to Baltimore that he didn't want to be on a roster with Lamar, where he wouldn't have a chance to play anytime soon, according to the league sources. Sanders knew that Jackson, a two-time MVP, one of the top players in the league, was not going to be losing his job as Baltimore's starting quarterback anytime soon. So the message was conveyed to Baltimore to the Ravens that Sanders does not want to be drafted by Baltimore, preferred to end up in a place where he might have a better chance to play sooner. Ravens instead drafted lineman Carson Vinson with the 141st pick.
So two things here. I got two things. Thing number one, I 100% agree with Shador. Where's Lamar going? He's 2 years
Yeah,
younger than Lamar.
yeah.
He's never going to play ever. So that's people can spin, and you're just spreading the news. I'm not saying you're spinning it. People are going to spin
Mm-hmm.
it and say, "Oh, he's a fucking piece of shit." I do the same thing, and I'd say, guys, I have no shot. I'm not going to be able to start next year with Lamar there. I'm not going to be able to start in the next 10 years with Lamar there. So give me somewhere else. Number two, why did Adam Schefter post that literally 2 hours before the game started? Stirring shit up. Exactly what that is. Why wasn't that story sent back in fucking May or April when the draft was? It's just, it's, the media is just so shitty sometimes, dude. So shitty. I feel bad for Shador. That's just shitty time. They knew it was coming out, and then ugh, shit just is gross. Anyways, off my soapbox. Um, Colts at Titans. I'm uh I'm gonna get on your bandwagon here, and I'm going with the Colts.
Oh, that means the Titans are going to win. But give me the Colts. Yeah, man. Think they go to 3-0. Daniel Jones looking pretty good, with the Colts looking comfortable. Granted, to Bears' point, they should have lost that game. But yeah, still riding the Colts, man. They're winning that division, like I said at the beginning of the season.
And I'll just give this. I think it's a good time they're getting the Titans because I know it's been 2 games, but from game one to game two, Cam Ward is starting to look better.
Oh yeah, already.
He's
It's
starting
not
to
this
look
Bryce
better.
Young shit where you're hoping every week.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, and I don't want anything to do with them in about 5 weeks.
Hmm.
We're going to the backup bowl, Bengals at Vikings. Joe Burrow, as we just stated, out 3 months getting surgery on turf toe, and JJ McCarthy out 2 to 4 weeks with an high ankle sprain. So we get Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz. This is gonna be an interesting football game. Jeremy takes the Bengals here. Gray, this one is interesting. I think obviously the first three where we went across the board are the same. I This one's interesting.
I mean, Browning is I hate this whole thing. Um, because it's very similar. You know, you got pretty decent run. Jordan Mason's basically the running back now because what's his nuts is hurt,
Yeah, I
right?
think Aaron Jones is also hurt.
And I think Jordan Mason's better anyway. You got Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Jordan Addison. Like it's literally the same. And so like it's fine. Struggle with Browning makes some more sense here, but Carson Wentz has been in the league longer and he's got JJ or Justin Jefferson. Fucking I hate that we have to pick this. I think I'm going to take the Vikings just because they're home.
I am doing the exact thing. I would have taken the home team here. So, oops.
Oh shit.
That was nice.
Everywhere.
That was badass right there. I have that much faith in Carson Wentz. Yeah, I'm doing the Vikings as well. So the podcast will take the Vikings here. But yeah, I agree. It's such a toss up. Just give me the home team. Give me the home team. Um, Another interesting game, Steelers at Patriots. So the Steelers week 1 offensive explosion looked great. Aaron Rodgers week 2 looked like a 42-year-old man, looked like a bag of ass. Steelers were still in the game. Patriots did not look good against the Raiders and barely beat the Dolphins. Granted, they're back in New England. I still believe in Drake May. I just think the Steelers have a little bit too much talent, and I really want to pick the Patriots here, but I can't do it. I gotta go with the Steelers on the road, but I don't like it. I'm staying away from this game. I'm not betting this game nowhere. This will be the one game on Sunday will not be on any ticket of mine. No players, no money line, no spread, nothing. No thanks. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, ditto. Same.
You're taking the Steelers though.
Yeah.
The Steels. And Jeremy also took the Steelers. Um, Potential, I would say game of the week 1B. We have an NFC Championship rematch. Rams at Eagles. Jeremy has taken the Eagles. Gray.
Yeah, Eagles.
I'm going with the Eagles as well, back at home, but the Rams, they got Hurts. They stopped Barkley and they got Hurts last year. They know how to stop them, and the Rams have a sneaky good defense. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles lost this game. I don't think they will, but I'm going to go Eagles here as well. So Eagles for the podcast. Jets at Bucks. I'm going with Tampa and Baker here. Have to do it. Don't know if Fields is playing. Probably not because he had a concussion. Not sure if he'll be able to pass protocol. I think Tyrod Taylor is the backup. So yeah, give me the Bucks here at home.
I like Tyrod, but Bucks at home, Baker, and the Jets are a dumpster fire as always.
Yeah. Off to the Raiders at the Commies. Potential. We have a potential revenge game here. I think Marcus Mariota is going to start this game. I don't know if Jaden Daniels is going to play. So we may get Marcus Mariota going against his former squad in the Raiders. Jeremy took the Raiders. Gray. Raiders or commies?
Um, that's a tough one, but Raiders just they're traveling east. I don't like that. Uh, Gino's Gino, but they're still traveling east. I think Mariota would be all right. Give me commies.
Gino looked bad last night. Bad. I think he threw 44 times and had 3 picks and like 189 yards. He looked bad. He looked like bad Gino last night. I'm going with the commies as well here. I think Mariota can do enough to win the game. I just think Washington has more talent. I know Eckler got hurt, sucks for them. Mariota, can run just like that. They're going to be in the same offense. And yeah, the Raiders coming out east. Man, they just don't look good. And yes, I know they beat the Patriots and the Chargers just shut them down. So I got to go with the Commanders here. And I think the Commanders last week just happened to run into the best team in the NFL, which is the Packers, hands down. Best defense in the NFL. So I'm not going to put too much stock into it.
And as we mentioned earlier, Aaron Jones is on IR.
Hmm. Next game, Falcons at Panthers. I think this game worries me a lot too. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think they can pull out a win at Carolina, but I wouldn't be shocked if Carolina pulled an upset or at least backdoor covered the 3.5 here. So going Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons.
Gray's going Falcons, and Jeremy is also going Falcons. So next game we have the Texans at the Jags. Jeremy is going with the Texans on the road.
Yeah, Jacksonville, what, they're 1-1. Man, Houston, they played two of the best teams in the league right now and stayed within 1 point of the Bucks and five of LA. So I think the Texans win here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Jags beat the Panthers week one. They should have beaten the Bengals last week. Bad coaching. I mean, just bad coaching from them. And Travis Hunter had a pretty good play that they called defensive pass interference, which let the Bengals drive go two. Didn't help. I think the Jags should be 2-0. Obviously, they're not. Doesn't matter on the scoreboard. But I'm going with the Jags at home. Texans for the podcast. But dude, that Texans offense just looks so bad. So bad.
Hmm.
They got to get their shit fixed quick. We have another in or another division matchup here. Broncos at Chargers. Um, and I'm gonna go with the Chargers here. I do love the Broncos this year, but the Chargers look so good. That defense looks stout. Khalil Mack did get hurt. Looks like he broke his arm. Could be out for a while. It's gonna hurt that defense with no Bosa, right? He's in Buffalo, so now there's no one else to rely on that line. But I think the Chargers can steal one at home against the Broncos.
Here, give me the Chargers.
All right, Chargers for the pod. Saints at Seahawks. Jeremy has the Sea Chickens, Gray.
Give me the chickens.
Yeah, the Saints, whew, they just don't look good. Seahawks, man, solid squad, solid squad. Coulda, shoulda, woulda beat the Niners week one. Just went to Pittsburgh and beat them. Now they get the Saints back home, who the Saints just don't look good. Seahawks should roll at home. Next game, speaking of not playing defense, Cowboys at Bears also should be here. Um, I'm going Cowboys here. I just something about Dak in an outside game. The Cowboys defense worse in the NFL, no doubt. But the Bears have a lot of beat up defense. Their best cornerback is out, Brisker, I think. Lamb should have a field day. Pickens should have a field day. It's going to be nice weather in Chicago, which is you don't get much. Would have loved to be at this game. Last game, Dallas will play at Soldier Field. But it is what it is. I'm going with the boys. Maybe the last one of the year.
Yeah, give me Cowboys. Signed Jadeveon Clowney. He's gonna do all right for 4 week to Bears
He's
Point,
you're gonna strip sack Caleb Williams.
and then he's gonna be
Um,
hurt in 3 weeks.
yeah, yes, he will, unfortunately, but that's okay. And Jeremy took the Bears because Baker destroyed Cleveland's franchise. Um, Cardinals at 49ers in an interesting game here. Cardinals 2-0, Niners 2-0. Jeremy took the Cardinals. Mac Jones still should be starting. I don't think Purdy's going to be ready this week, so it should be Mac Jones versus Kyler Murray. Great.
The business struggle. Both teams are meh. Um, but it's McCaffrey's still healthy. And Mac Jones is Mac Jones. So I can't take a tie here, so I'm going to take the 49ers.
I mean, Mac Jones just needs to be able to dump that ball off to Christian McCaffrey. He'll be all right. Yeah, this is 100% a toss-up. I'm going with the Niners just because they're at home. If it was in Arizona, I'd take Arizona. Um, so that's all. That's my analysis, my analysis. Sunday Night Football. If you want to go to bed, this is a perfect game to go to bed too. We got Chiefs at Giants, and I am going with the Chefs on the road to get their first win because the Giants stink.
They are bad. Give me the old men. It's chefs.
Jeremy also is on the Chefs. Now, the true, I think, game of the week for sure is on Monday Night Football. We have Lions at Ravens. This can be a fun
Triple
game.
H is on NXT.
Hunter Hurst,
It's NXT
Helmsley.
Homecoming.
Okay. Jeremy has the Ravens gray.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah. As much as I want to go the Lions, they did just beat up the shitty Bears. They got beat by the Packers. Ravens looked really good against Cleveland. Obviously, should have beaten the Bills. The Lions still are not proven against good teams. If they get beat again by a good team, which we know the Ravens are, they're going to be in trouble.
Oh man, I fell back. Jim
Shoot.
Beam Jones is looking pretty good.
Thank you. So Ravens for the pod.
Damn, Jim Beam Jones. Got a 12-point lead. Still close.
Um, so there's a. Did I tell you that story? Why my name's Jim Beam Jones in that?
Yes.
Absolutely hilarious. Hilarious story. Someone thought John Bon Jovi's name was Jim Beam Jones. Okay, that's NFL for this week. Sorry, I was watching Cleveland. It was close play at the bag. So, gonna be a good week at the NFL. Already week three. Man, it flies by. Absolutely flies by. So we got in college, we got in NFL. I don't think we got
Triple H. Triple H.
no UFC this week. We'll have another one next week. Really quick. Um, Terrence Bud Crawford beat Canelo. Big, I wouldn't say big upset. I thought Crawford was going to beat him. I had money on Crawford, so I'm happy he did. But goes up two weight divisions and takes Canelo's belt. Impressive. All right, Cleveland just going to score again. Fuck yeah. Good there. UFC Noche was good. Diego Lopez beat John Silva. I'd say knock him out. He didn't knock him out. It was a ref stoppage. Decent stoppage. They talked a little shit afterwards, got a little pushy. I'm hoping to see a rematch there. Should be good. But yeah, we got no UFC this week. They're in Australia next week. So we'll get back on UFC next week. But yeah, man, pretty good fights this weekend, this past weekend. I was impressed with what we had there. So we'll get back into the fight game next week.
Yep. Looking forward to it. I had a few screenshot things that I loved. Like at the end of the Chiefs Eagles game, he's like, "Man, you didn't even get 100 yards," and he's like, "We won the fucking game. Shut your ass up." As they were kneeling. Love that Jalen to Chris Jones. Made me smile. We won the fucking game.
Yeah,
Shut your ass up.
it's annoying when people do that dumb shit.
My favorite is Will Muschamp, Dogs Indoors, and somebody, that Vandy won 31-7. And it says walking out of a stadium where your son's team blew out your former employer that paid you 13 million to go away is the ultimate dad flex. Probably my favorite thing.
I was impressed. I did not think South Carolina was that bad, but oof. Or Vandy just might be that good.
I mean, it's not possible.
They got a ranking for it.
Yep. And my favorite thing is um, that I saw too. Where the hell did it go? Oh, if Michigan State and USC aren't made permanent rivals with a Trojan horse trophy, then what the hell is even the point of all of this? That is absolute facts. Um, Fun stat of the day, Billy Napier needs to win the next 28 games in a row to match the winning percentage that it got his predecessor Dan Mullen fired. He's going to lose this week, so that's done.
Have
Um,
you seen Florida's schedule?
is it brutal?
They might not win another game. Hold on,
Oh boy.
you keep doing your thing. I'll pull their schedule up. It's bad, dude. It's
Uh, yeah,
rough.
no problem. This past week there were four quarterback matchups featuring number one pick versus number one pick. Found that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That was a most in NFL history. Had Stafford against Ward,
Ward and
Lawrence against
Stafford.
Burrow, Williams, Goff, Young, Tyler Murray.
Yeah, and they also had what we forget, we had the Super Bowl rematch, right? We had Hurts versus Mahomes. We also had national championship rematch from 2 years ago, Penix versus McCarthy.
Yep. Um, Saudi, there's different reports going around about Saudi. We'll save that for wrestling. But just look forward to that. And I got another thing about wrestling with Boston. Um, and then my last thing, high school fact. Well, two things. The flyover at the high school was awesome for
Hmm.
the high school game. They did it in seven high schools in the area. Four jets flew over, perfectly timed. We're watching the band conductor look at his watch for the time. They must have said, "Hey, a minute before your scheduled time, start the anthem." And it flew over right towards the end. Did the flyover, all four of them. Was awesome because we were standing on the fence where we normally stand, and they came from that way. And
Yep.
it was
Thank you
sweet.
for that snap. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that since I didn't get to see it.
And then they went around and unexpectedly two flew crossways to go back to the 180th. So they flew out, flew the other way, came back through loud as shit. And then the other two came through right after them loud as shit. And I was like,
Nice.
all right, that was dope as shit. We basically got three flyovers.
Hell yeah.
And my favorite thing from 2015, I forgot all about this stat. 107 points, no passing yards, 1,000 rushing yards, makes Meadville's 2015 win versus DuBois one of the wildest stat lines in high school football history. 107 to 90 was the score.
Nice. That would have been a fun
And
game to go to.
Meadville had no passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards.
That's insane. It's like Anthony Wayne in 2009.
And it said when you set your offense to 99 overall and the other team's defense to zero.
All right,
Fantastic.
here is Florida's schedule. So they beat Long Island 55-0. They got beat by South
Nice.
Florida. They lost to LSU. Obviously, they're at number 4 Miami this week.
L.
They're at home against Texas next week.
Loss.
At Texas, at number 10 Texas A&M.
Loss.
At home against Mississippi State, who is I think 3-0 to start the year.
We'll see. Maybe
At
got a
home
shot.
against number 5 Georgia.
Done. Loss.
At Kentucky, should be a win.
Should be a dub.
At number 13 Ole Miss.
Loss.
Home against Tennessee, number 15.
Loss.
And then home against number 7 Florida State.
Yeah, they're going to win two more games, so they're going to have three wins
They
this year.
might beat Mississippi State and Kentucky, and I don't think they beat Mississippi. They're probably going to beat Kentucky and have 2 fucking wins this year.
Oh boy.
Yeah, brutal, brutal for Florida.
Wow. So, yeah, that's it for us. Thanks, Wes Anderson. Thanks to All Our Clothing, Crown's Clothing, Landscaping, Connellberry, DanishTransformation.com, Sparty Steve, Great Key Merch. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Watch some football this weekend, folks. It'll be good for you.